Okay. Oh, what a game that was, eh? From multiple different angles. We've got a lot to talk about today, and I will preface this episode by saying that I am absolutely scamming the 7 points. There's about, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 points, which a few of them I've kind of jumbled together to try and make them fit. Let me do my checks as always. That's excellent connection. Lovely. Love that. Love when I don't have frame drops. My best. I love when YouTube still hasn't fixed this chat thing. That's really annoying. Pop that out real quick. Um, right, chat up. Say hi if you're in chat. Hello. Welcome in. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, did I change the thumbnail? Not sure if I changed the thumbnail or not, because I usually forget. No, I did. Okay, I did. Oh, I had a bit of a rush to had a bit of a rush to get the stream up because I was busy in that period. My chat has gone again. Yes, good afternoon. Welcome in, everyone. Oh. I love that sentiment because that is genuinely how I feel about every Chelsea game now. It's like we take the move and we take the win and move on. That's exactly how we feel. Right, I think we'll just go straight into this because I don't want to delay too much. As people have said, there's other games going on, and also we've got the draw at some point, right? If I'm remembering correctly, I don't know if the draw's already been or not. Anyway, let's hit this. Let's hit the intro, and we'll get into this.
Lads, lasses, and the rest of the masses, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mono from Mono CFC, and welcome to Feeling Blue.
Okay, welcome back to Feeling Blue, the series in which I take my lucky number of 7 things and we sort them into these neatly organised boxes from good feelings to bad feelings, and then at the end, of course, we'll do our poll for our true blue. I've just seen that message in chat. That is wild. Pause. But then again, I say that, but if you saw my tweet about Carney Chukwuemeka, then oh, what has happened here? What has happened here? One sec. Hang on. Let me go back to the intro screen. See if I can fix that. What's going on there? Ah, that's why. One sec. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Thanks for thanks for mentioning that. I didn't even notice. Yeah, let's not. The less said about that, the less said about the Carney tweet. For anyone that didn't see that, that was a reference to Ghostbusters and nothing else. Alright, as I was saying, at the end of the stream, we'll do a poll for our true blue. Let's get straight into this because this is a good. Apart from a few things that happened in this game, this is a very positive performance for select players and select moments in this game. I think we should start with a player who I genuinely would love to put in this box every single week because I love him so much. But getting basically having a really good impact in this game and genuinely, in my mind, winning us this game inadvertently, and that's Nicholas Jackson. Not only did he get the assist for the first goal, but his run and just in general him just being a nuisance. And I did say in my preview that I thought that Jackson was going to cause Vestergaard and Weiss some really bad problems because they aren't the quickest. Oh my god, I've just seen that in chat. Yes, I did theorize that Jackson would have a good game here, and he did run his socks off, and I think he might be carrying an injury. He looked really sluggish at the end of the game. But not only, as I said, not only getting the assist, not only causing loads of problems, but of course he was the man that got Doyle sent off. And I genuinely do not believe that we get back into this game if they do not go a man down. I will say that the commentary team, it's really upsetting, right? The commentary team really upset me because it was Jonathan Pearce and Martin Keown. And I this is a bit of a personal anecdote. As a kid, I loved this show in the UK. I don't know if there's any people from the UK in chat. There's a show in the UK called Robot Wars. I absolutely loved that show as a kid, and he used to commentate on that show. And it's really depressing seeing him turn into an Arsenal shill and just be horrific every time he's commentating on Chelsea games, and him coming out and saying that the red card was quote unquote controversial, I think is complete bollocks. How is it controversial? It's a clear goal scoring opportunity and he's been cleaned out. That's a red card every single day. That's not controversial. But there. So Jackson, of course, I just don't think that we win this game if it stays 11v11. I don't think we get back into this. So every single game he's just proven me right. And I said I put my stocks in Jackson really early before we even signed him, and he just proves me right every single game. And it's good to see him not only playing well but playing with confidence. It seems like now he really has that I'm him energy about him, which he didn't really have at the start of the season. And it's good to see that if he keeps going like this, we might not need to get a world-class finisher, even though I still think that we need to get another striker because of our limited numbers. I feel like as a backup striker, or even playing off the left side with a more competent striker, he's going to be absolutely wonderful for us, and long may it continue. Let's move to the first bad, and this is going to be for Robert Sanchez. Now, I said in my preview that I didn't think that he would play because I feel like Petrovic is just better in every aspect. I'm gonna be a bit harsh here. Not only was he just very shaky in general, but I think his shakiness and his I think his gangliness in a way, and his awkwardness on the ball, and his awkwardness at trying to claim crosses, it translates to the defenders in front of him. And this is the thing, I am not going to be blaming Axel Disasi solely for the own goal, because I think it is a combination of three things. Yes, Axel Disasi gets bumped off the ball and his pass isn't the best, but Sanchez's position is absolutely terrible. I don't know why he's out of the box so far, and Gusto's throw-in is admittedly a bit hospital. But as I said, moving back on to Sanchez, I think if Petrovic is in goal, that moment doesn't happen, because Petrovic has this quality about him, and I don't know if it's him being vocal, or just his presence, or his calming nature on the ball, or whatever, or the fact that the defenders trust him more, but the players in front of Petrovic are always more calm when he's in goal than he is with Sanchez in goal. And I just feel like that nervousness that he puts into us just makes these mistakes happen more often. Admittedly, as I said, like, Sanchez was having some good performances before he got injured, and maybe the injury is affecting his performances now, but there's absolutely no way, even in a cup game, because this is such an important cup game for us, that he should have been starting in this game. And I think it's criminal that he did start, and hopefully this was a good showing that Petrovic should be our number one in every game from now on. And hell, if we need to rotate in a keeper for the cup, then give one of the youth players a chance. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move into another good, and I think this one's going to be, this is one of my my jammy ones. This is 2 points in one. I'm just going to count it as one, and it's going to be for the combination of Malo Gusto, who again was absolutely excellent in this game, and as he always has been, but also the other sided Marc Cucurella. Not only was he obviously the scorer of the first goal, and it's actually really good to see Cucurella actually getting into that position high up the pitch, because we don't see him do that. He almost operates as a left centre back at times, but I think he was just way more calm and composed and less erratic in this game, which he usually is. He usually plays the game at 100, like, you know when you put on a YouTube video and you don't want to sit through it for too long, so you put it onto 2x speed? I feel like that's what Cucurella's brain does all the time. So usually, but in this game he actually slowed it down, and he was very calm. He was playing some good passes. He wasn't rushing. He wasn't trying to always play safe, but when the option to play safe was there, that he would do that. And obviously, as I said, getting the first goal and getting us off the mark so early in the game and giving us that platform to go off of. Love that for Cuckoo. As I said, it's good for us when we have competition in positions, as I've mentioned with Gusto and James in the past. I think that healthy competition will just only make them both better. Likewise with Chilwell and Cucurella, because I feel like they're both kind of they haven't cemented themselves as the starting left back. I don't think either of those two have kind of really said, hey, this is my position, you've got to win it off me. And I think that if Cuckoo keeps putting in these types of performances, Chilwell's going to have a real struggle to try and get that place back off of him. As for Gusto, as I said, he just has an 8 out of 10 every single game. He was absolutely wonderful in this game. He was robbed of an assist. Well, I don't say robbed. He was unlucky not to get an assist in the second half when Noni's shot went straight at the goalkeeper. It's a really good save, admittedly, from their number 2 as well, because I didn't think he would play, and he played. Sorry, I've just seen someone's just asked me a question. Who gets Sterling's number 7? I would hazard a guess that it would probably be a new signing that would come in, or it would be I'm trying to think. Maybe Carney would take it. I'm not sure. Nico could have 7 as well. Yeah, well, if Nico plays on the left, if that's the kind of way that we're going to go about using him, then I think he could take that number. Caicedo wouldn't take the 7 because he would because he likes the number 25, and obviously he was granted that number by Zola, which is such an honor to have. I don't think that would be a thing that happens. But anyway, Gusto. I'm running out of words to say about Gusto, because genuinely he starts for every single club in the league. I do not think there is a better right back in the league than him at the moment in terms of not only quality but consistency. I think he is genuinely just unbelievable. I think if you go onto like any kind of player ratings app or SofaScore or whatever you want to go onto, or even the Google ratings, like he is just green for like the last 10 matches. He has never had a poor game. Like he's just never had he's had like that one, I said this last, because I have to say it every single week now because he puts in these performances every single week, but I said this last week. I think the game where he got sent off and wrongly so got sent off, in my opinion, that was like the only bad game he's ever had in a Chelsea shirt. Yeah, I will say he was a bit suspect for the second goal because of his overthrow, but again, I don't think that happens if Sanchez isn't in goal. So I'm not going to put that too much. I'm not going to put too much against him. And obviously he did get kind of juked with Mavididi for the second. But again, when you're putting in such a good performance in other areas, I'm not going to take that away from you. So yeah, that's my third point. Is going to be for our fullbacks. Let's move into the final bad thing, because I don't have anything in the medium box here. I will say I'm going to move into the final bad thing, and you guys know who's going to go in here, and I want you to just spam his name in the chat if you'd like to do this, because this was arguably the worst performance that I have ever seen in a Chelsea shirt, and my god. People were saying that that Bakayoko versus Watford was bad. I genuinely think this is worse. They're coming in. It's Raz. I don't know how, like, I genuinely don't have words for how awful this performance was. And it's funny because he gets an assist, right? He gets an assist. I will give him the credit where it's due. He does get an assist for Cole Palmer's goal. But the thing which is crazy to me, and I posted a screenshot of this at halftime, he got a goal contribution and still had a 2.6 out of 5 for the Google ratings, right? 2.6, which was the worst player on the pitch despite getting a goal contribution. That was horrific. Not only does he just mess up every single chance he gets given, he just runs into every single player. He takes the ball, he robs Nicholas Jackson of an assist by not shooting first time, and then after he doesn't shoot first time, it ricochets out to Mudryk. Mudryk is going to absolutely bury it into the left-hand side of the goal, and he blocks Mudryk's shot. I'm sitting there like, okay, well, this is going to be a fun game. He doesn't get involved for the first 10 minutes of the game. He takes the ball off of Palmer and takes the penalty, misses the penalty. It wasn't even a miss, right? I can't even say it's a miss because he hasn't missed the goal. He has just put it straight at the goalkeeper, and it's so weak and has absolutely no power on it. There's no way that is ever going in. And it doesn't stop there. That's the worst part. You think, okay, that was a bad half, right? You think okay, he had a bad half. You can rectify it. Go on. It's the whole it's still 0-0 mentality. Go again in the next half. And admittedly, I do think he should have been taken off at halftime, and he wasn't. I'm not going to talk about Poch in this game, as I've mentioned in the past. I'm going to stay away from doing that now. I do think there were some questionable decisions made. But he obviously gets the chance to rectify himself in the second half, and my God, it just gets even worse. It just gets even worse. Like, he doesn't. It's insane to me. I'm lost for words because it's genuinely one of the worst performances I've ever seen. The free kick that he took, I think, is still probably in space somewhere. I did joke on Twitter that it smashed through my window over here in the east of England. And let's be real, the thing which is bad about this performance, in my opinion, and the reason why he's in here, is not just because of the quality of how poorly he played, but it's because of the reception that he got after the game. I think, and I said this about the manager as well, which we did hear some jibes to the manager from the crowd as well, but once you lose the crowd as a player, that's when I think it's really over for you. Like, I genuinely don't think that there's a way back for him in the team anymore. The fact that he didn't get taken off, and Mudryk got taken off, and the crowd just went absolutely ballistic. They were like, that was one of the worst like reactions to a player being not taken off I think I've ever heard. Obviously Mudryk getting a standing ovation, and I should mention Mudryk because I think Mudryk was good. Obviously playing in the he was kind of playing in a mixture of positions in this game. He was playing in the 10 but also playing off the left at some points, ending up on the right hand side sometimes, but I haven't actually got him as one of my points. I do think that he was he was good in this game, but I genuinely think that Sterling has to go. I'm not usually too much of a reactionary player or a reactionary person when it comes to, oh, we should sell this player, or we should sell this player, or we should bring this player in. I'm not usually like that. I like to kind of take my time with these things, but genuinely after this performance, he could be sold like on a pre-agreement tomorrow and I would not complain. Like, I would not complain at all. I think that the thing which it irks me the most about Sterling is the fact that I know in my heart that he's gonna put in this performance. He's gonna not get taken off at half time. He's gonna keep playing and still be awful. He's gonna try and throw his seniority around and take the ball off of Cole Palmer's when he's been our penalty taker all season. And admittedly, I think Gallagher should be stepping in and taking that off of him, admittedly, like Enzo did in the Arsenal game. But the fact that he's going to do this, he's going to be taken off, he's going to have a rest, he's going to go home today, and he's going to see in his bank account £325,000 transferred into his account this week. That irks me. The fact that he's the highest earning player in our squad, and then he's going to start the next game and do the exact same thing, that is what genuinely pisses me off. Like, a lot of things do not get to me that much. That annoys me, because there are so many players that we have in our ranks that could be playing instead of him, like, for example, Noni Madueke, who came on and was really, really good, that deserved the chance more than him. Obviously, Mudryk deserves the chance more than him when he's playing off of the left. I think even the players that are out on loan right now that we have, like Diego Moreira, like Angelo, like Paez when he eventually comes to the club. Obviously, he needs a few more years before he's eligible to come over here. But all of them deserve to play more than him. Even youth players, like, why? I'm really upset that, again, we have players like Castledine and Tyreek George, and they don't get opportunities in games like this. And then we see Sterling genuinely play worse than a youth player would. I genuinely don't think that he would do any better, or any worse rather, than any of our youth players that we could have put in that position. I don't think any of them would have done worse than he did. And it's just insane to me, because it's like, because of certain biases and certain what's the word? I want to say nepotism. It's not nepotism, but you know what I mean. Those types of things, and obviously because of him being English and that type of thing, he's just going to play the next game. It just really annoys me. I won't rag on it too much. I did mention one of the players that I want to talk about next. in that spiel, which was Noni Madueke, but he's going to be in a joint point here with not just Noni Madueke, but the combination of him and Carney Chukwuemeka, because our substitutes in this game bailed us out big time and bailed Poch out big time, because my word, these two were absolutely wonderful when they came on. Not only Carney Chukwuemeka, just in general, the way that he is so silky and so composed on the ball, and I genuinely thought he was going to score earlier. And it's the reason why the tweet that we were joking about earlier came out is because I just had that feeling in my head. I was like, Carney's scoring here. And I felt it, and it did happen, and his goal is really well taken. Again, obviously, an absolutely beautiful assist from Palmer, which, spoiler alert, we'll get onto Palmer in a bit. Noni Madueke's goal is one of the best goals that I think I've ever seen him score. That is an absolute blinder into the top left. Yeah, I've just seen some comments in chat. I'm just ignoring them. I'm like, okay. But yeah, these two, this is the thing which is we have been lacking for a long time, is impact off the bench, and when you get impact off of the bench, you have to call it out. Yeah, and this is just, it's good to see not only players that haven't been trusted with a starting spot proving Poch wrong and being like, hey, no, look at me, I should be starting this game. That's the type of performances we want to be seeing from our players, because obviously you can't start every game, but you need to take those opportunities when you get them, and I think these two both did that. And obviously Carney was playing a big part in this team before he got injured, and then obviously came back and then got re-injured, and he was going to be that like for like replacement for Nkunku. We saw that in the first few games of the season. Yeah, I believe both of these guys are English Nigerians. So and yeah, and it's good to see. I said it's good to see players that have kind of been shoved to the side. Less so Carney, because Carney's obviously been injured, but Madueke did get shoved to the side. It's really good seeing him come on and basically immediately saying, hey, you know that Sterling performance you just watched? Watch this, and just completely blow him out of the water in about a third of the minutes. We are there's a civil war going on in my chat. I think half of the things are being automatically deleted. Someone's just said it in chat there. Actually, I'll move on because I've spoken about these two. The next two players I'm going to be putting in here. Again, this is a joint point. It's for our midfield in general, so it's going to be a mixture of Conor Gallagher and Moises Caicedo. More so Caicedo than Gallagher. I do think Gallagher held his own in a deeper role, which isn't his best position. Moises Caicedo was all over the pitch today. Absolutely all over the pitch. And I said this last time that I put him in here. Why? This has gone to the... Hang on. Let me bring these guys to the forefront, because that's annoying me because it's not uniform. But yeah, I said this in the last time that I put him in the box, that I don't think he gets enough recognition for how good he is, because he's so... he has got such high standards. Hang on. Hang on. One second. This is taking my attention away, so I'm just gonna hide the user. There we go. Cool. Hopefully that does that for you guys as well. I'm not sure. I know it hides it for me. If not, I'll just time them out. But yeah, the midfield was really solid in this game, and genuinely, I think I want to give praise to Gallagher. He doesn't get a lot of praise because obviously he's not very technically sound, but I do think when he is allowed to just kind of scrap in the middle and try and win the ball back and try and contest for balls, then that's where he kind of shines. And obviously, as I said, Caicedo has just been wonderful all season, just winning the ball back, not only winning the ball back, but slowing things down when we need it to be slowed down. The thing which I think is really impressive about Caicedo, and the thing which I really appreciate about him, is the ability to operate in tight spaces. And we see this quite a lot, where he bails us out from that high pressure. And obviously, when you play against a team like Leicester that do like to press and do like to get on your back and will force you to make errors, having that calmness in the center of the pitch to kind of alleviate any of that pressure and just get us playing and going up the pitch on the other side is something that is a very underrated quality and an underrated commodity to have. Yeah, Gallagher, as someone's just said there, Gallagher in the pivot actually worked a lot better than I was hoping for. I think and this is the thing which is really annoying, because I say about Gallagher, he's one of those players where he's really, really good when he's not on the ball. Everything that is good about him is when he's not on the ball, or if he's on the end of the ball, and every time he gets on the ball is when he starts to kind of show those kind of less technical elements to his game, because we know the physical attributes are there, we know the energy is there, we know the scrappiness and the aggressiveness is there, and he doesn't get to show it much when he is playing as the 10. Obviously he gets to press the back line, but we don't get to see that kind of lack of a better term, Gala dog that everyone kind of calls him in the middle, because that is what he's great at. It's just scrapping and making things nasty for the opposition. And I think that we kind of, and I said this as well, I said that maybe our forward press against the back line, because Leicester do like to try and play out from the back, would be important. And I think that's something that they actually kind of struggled to deal with, especially I think Chowdhury had a really, really poor game in this game in the centre. Obviously he's inverting from the right back spot, and as I kind of discussed in my preview, but I think that he had a really poor game against these two, and just Leicester really couldn't get any kind of momentum going, apart from later on when we kind of slowed down and just let them kind of come onto us. That first half they didn't really have many opportunities. And yeah, these two combined was really, really good. And it's really important for them to do this when we're missing Enzo Fernandez, who is a player that can calm things down and is also, to his credit, a very good defensive player, which he doesn't really get that much kind of accolades for his defensive work, Enzo. He's more of kind of attributed to his creative aspects of his game, but I think he is actually a very good defensive player. So these two stepped up massively today, and we needed them. And yeah, that's more about that. Now, here's my last point is coming. Gold star for anyone that can guess who's going in this box, and who's probably going in the top right hand corner as well, because it's pretty obvious, isn't it, man? It's every single week that this guy is going to be in this box, because every single week he bails us out, and every single week he carries us on his back like Eden Hazard in his prime. It's Cole Palmer. What more can I say? You know what? Someone's put the emoji in chat, so I'm going to put this here. What more can I say? Cole Palmer, that's the tweet. That's it. Just I can't speak any more good things about him. I think he's up to what is it now? He's got so many goals and assists now. He obviously got a goal, he got the second goal, he got the assist for Connie Chukwuemeka's goal, which is absolutely sublime. He was controlling the game, and he is one of the things I will give credit to. One of the things I will give credit to the commentary, because they pointed this out. I think it was Martin Keown that pointed this out, and I believe it's true. And as I said, this is kind of a quality that Eden Hazard had, and obviously Palmer's got a long way to go before he's considered that level, but he has the same kind of quality to him, where it's very much let's give him the ball and then he'll be the catalyst and kind of make everyone else play better. And like like Gusto, he's just having every single game is an 8 or a 9 out of 10, and it's in this abysmal season that we're having, when we're struggling in mid-tables, we're struggling in the mid-table, we're getting knocked out of cup competitions. Obviously, admittedly, we got through here, which is nice. When you're having that type of season, to have one player that shines above the rest so much and is that glimmer of hope that kind of drags us out of this feeling that we're going to be stuck here forever. I genuinely would bet my life savings on the fact that we are not going to stay down in the mid-table forever because we have Cole Palmer. He is the guy that I put all my money on to drag us up the table, because as I said, it's the reason why on the bingo cards, admittedly I didn't do a bingo card, I didn't have the time to this week, unfortunately. Well, on the bingo cards, it hits one of the things that's always on there and has been there since the first bingo card, and it's never come off, and it's Cole Palmer G/A, because he gets one every single game. Is it 26 goals and assists in all competitions now? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy for what? A player who's 21 now, I think. Absolutely bizarre. As I said, I mentioned the stat the other day when we played. I forget who it was when we played. I think it was it Brentford, when he has the most amount of times having a goal and assist in a game. I think that's just in the league, but this is another one where he gets a goal and assist in the same game. It's just brilliant, and it's crazy as well, because not only is he such a good player, but we got him for so cheap. We took him from a Premier League rival, and it's just like, I feel so secure when he's on the ball. And admittedly, he could have had another goal in this game. Was it the Newcastle game? Thanks for that. I think it must have been the Newcastle game. Yeah, it was the Newcastle game, actually, now thinking about it. But it's so nice to have that kind of that feeling of we have a real player there, and the thing which is crazy is that he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better from here. If he can play this way, surrounded by these absolute muppets that are around him, and put into this system that doesn't always play out tactically enough, he is an absolute steal. 40 million is an inflated fee. I don't think that was his actual fee. I think it's closer to like 34, I believe. Hang on, let me check. Let me check what the actual stat is. Oh, it says 42.5, but I don't know if that's adding the add-ons. But still, even then, 42 million, considering how players are kind of valued nowadays. Obviously Mudryk being 62 million. We have Sterling, who we bought for around 40 to 50 million. You have evaluations for players like Rafael Leao going for 120 million euros, which is ridiculous. And as someone's just said there, 40 million for 26 goals and assists is a bargain. And as I said, we're paying that because we've bought Cole Palmer on a long contract. We're paying that over such a long period of time that it's basically absolutely nothing. And he's going to pay those fees back with his goal contributions. And I'm going to run the poll just for completion's sake, but I think it's pretty obvious who we're gonna vote here. But just in case people do have other opinions, obviously I will allow people to vote on this. We're gonna put in who else had a really good game. You had a really good game. And then let's put in this man. So in the chat will be a poll, so you can vote for the True Blue. Let me start it right now. And whilst you guys are doing that, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I don't have hand cam on at the moment, so... It's a really good coffee. Do we genuinely have him for 7 years? That's crazy. That's absolutely mental that we have him for 7 years, locked down for a contract for 7 years. No mug cam, man. You know what? I'll go out on record and say this. Next time we do a Feeling Blue, if we win our next game I believe is the Burnley game, right? So this is pretty much a guaranteed thing. Let me check that just in case I'm being stupid. I'm pretty sure it's the Burnley game. Yeah. On Saturday, the 30th of March, and obviously that's in 13 days, and I do have a lot of time, and I will be doing extra videos in that kind of break for the holiday that's coming up, as I've mentioned before. But if we win against Burnley, maybe I'll do a hand cam. This is the thing which is really funny that you guys don't get to actually see about me. I've mentioned this in the past. I'm a person that is neurodivergent. I have ADHD. I am very, very fidgety with my hands when I speak. And I don't know if you can hear. You probably can't hear me wafting my hands around all the time, but it is really funny because that is how I speak. I speak like a stereotypical Italian. I can't like keep my hands together when I'm talking. So that's a funny thing. You'd be able to see that. But yeah, this poll is very unanimous, by the way. Like 73% now for Palmer. That's pretty crazy. I will be ending it here because, as I said, it's pretty certain that Palmer's going to be here. And let's put him up in the rightful place as the True Blue. I'm going to keep his cold emoji in here, so he's still in the box. Because to me, I think it's pretty obvious he was not only the True Blue, as I like to call him, but he was the player of the match, and he will continue to be our players of the match as we go on. As I said, we have our next game against Burnley, and that's in about 2 weeks' time, so there will be, unfortunately, a break for videos between now and then, because, as I said, I do have to pre-make videos for my holiday period, because I've got, I think I'm going to be missing, not actually missing, I'll obviously be watching them, but I'll be missing doing content on 3 games in April. So I'm taking just over 2 weeks off for a holiday. So basically I don't want you guys to go like 2 weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks without videos, because that's just silly. So I'm going to be pre-making some deep dives and maybe some other things for that period. So you've got that. In the in the meantime whilst I'm away. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We celebrate this victory and we go on to the semi-finals. I'm not sure if the draw has been done yet or not. I am assuming it happens after the other game that's on right now. But I'll react to that in the community tab and on Twitter as always. It's good to see Chelsea win, man. We've actually been getting a few wins on the spin, and it's nice to get. So we can all have a good day, and this is a great thing. Our weekend has not been ruined, and we have the entire day to celebrate this because it was an early kickoff. Time for company and company next week. I like that. I'm actually, you know what? I might steal that for my title for my preview. That's actually a really good one. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of that. 1 sec. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I'll as I said, I'll let you guys get to your afternoons. It is only just becoming the afternoon and the evening. As I said, thanks for hanging out as ever. I'll still be active on my Twitter and on the community tab as usual. But I'll be hitting the outro here. And yeah, enjoy your evenings, guys. Peace.
But that was just my Feeling Blue match review for this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this match in the comment section below, and if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel and leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, or check out some of the other videos on the channel on screen right now. I've been Mono from MonoCFC, and remember, in the rain or in the dry, keep that blue flag flying high. Come on, you Blues.